August 2017. Miami. A Saudi prince named Khalid Al-Saud walked into a private meeting to close a $400 million luxury hotel deal. He arrived in a chauffeured Ferrari, $500,000 diamond watch, diplomatic bodyguards. But during the business dinner, the prince made one fatal mistake. He ordered pork. Muslim royalty don't eat pork. And that single bite shattered a 30-year, $8 million illusion. This is the story of Anthony Gignac, the orphan from Colombia who convinced Wall Street he was a Saudi prince. His real name was Jose Moreno, born in Bogota, Colombia in 1970, abandoned at an orphanage, adopted at age 6 by a middle-class couple in Michigan. On paper, an ordinary American childhood. But Anthony Gignac wasn't ordinary. From an early age, he understood something most people never learn. In America, people don't look at who you are. They look at what you project. At 17, he checked into a luxury hotel under a fake name, ordered room service, ran up a bill he had no intention of paying, and walked out. Nothing happened. That was the moment everything changed. He later told investigators, "If you lie small, you get caught. If you lie big, they roll out the red carpet." By the early 1990s, Anthony Gignac had stopped being a small-time fraudster. He became His Royal Highness, Prince Khalid bin Al-Saud, member of one of the wealthiest royal families on earth, a man whose net worth was reportedly in the billions, a man who could make or break your career with a single phone call. He was 20 years old. The illusion required infrastructure. Gignac built it piece by piece. Diplomatic license plates, purchased on eBay, a wardrobe of designer suits and diamond watches, funded by the previous scam, a team of real private security guards hired through a legitimate agency that never asked questions, a Fisher Island penthouse, the most exclusive zip code in Miami. He told people he owned the entire building, all 54 luxury condos. He was leasing the top floor. And then, social media. He photoshopped himself into meetings with actual Saudi royals, posted them on Instagram, tagged real members of the family. Nobody checked, because nobody wanted to. Here is how the machine worked. Gignac's primary target was not individuals, it was institutions, banks, investment firms, luxury brands, real estate developers. He understood one fundamental truth about the ultra-wealthy. They are not careful. They are competitive. The moment you suggest that someone else is already in business with a Saudi prince, every competitor in the room immediately wants in. Greed blinds intelligence. Every time. His most audacious move was with American Express. He called their offices and told them his platinum card had been lost. He needed a replacement, immediately, under the name of the real Prince Al-Saud. Any delay, he explained, would anger his father. The king. American Express issued the card. $200 million credit limit. No verification. No callback to the Saudi embassy. No confirmation of identity. A phone call. That's all it took. By 2015, Gignac had moved to his biggest scheme yet. Saudi Aramco, the most valuable company in human history, was preparing for its IPO. Gignac told investors he held a significant personal stake in Aramco, and he was willing, as a personal favor, to sell them pieces of his position at a discount before the public offering. The pitch was perfect. He wasn't asking them to trust him. He was offering them an exclusive opportunity that no one else could access. Investors wired millions. one after another. Each new investor became social proof for the next. Nobody called the Saudi embassy. Nobody verified the Aramco stake, because the deal was too good to risk losing by asking questions. By 2017, Anthony Gignac had defrauded investors of approximately $8 million, and he was still going. His final target was Jeffrey Soffer, a billionaire Miami real estate developer, one of the most successful property investors in Florida. Gignac approached him with a $400 million offer, a personal investment in Soffer's luxury resort portfolio. For Soffer, $400 million from a Saudi prince was not an unusual proposal. He agreed to a dinner meeting. The dinner was at a high-end Miami restaurant. Gignac arrived as always, Ferrari, bodyguards, diamond watch. The conversation went smoothly, and then the food arrived. Gignac ordered without hesitation, a dish containing prosciutto, pork chops. He ate enthusiastically. Soffer noticed. Saudi princes do not eat pork. It is a religious prohibition that would be as automatic as breathing for any member of the Saudi royal family. No genuine Saudi prince, raised in the faith, representing the royal family, would order pork at a business dinner. Soffer's security team quietly initiated a background check. The results came back quickly. The Saudi embassy had no record of Prince Khalid Al-Saud. The FBI was notified. Investigators began assembling the full picture. 3 decades of fraud, multiple convictions, multiple identities, millions in stolen investments. In November 2017, as Gignac stepped off a flight from London to Miami, FBI agents were waiting on the tarmac. He was surrounded before he reached the terminal. The Ferrari was gone. The bodyguards were gone. The penthouse was gone. 30 years, $8 million, hundreds of victims, ended by a plate of pork chops at a business dinner in Miami. In March 2019, Anthony Gignac pleaded guilty to impersonating a foreign diplomat, aggravated identity theft, wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. He was sentenced to more than 18 years in federal prison. Here is the question that nobody asks about the Anthony Gignac case. Not how he did it, but why so many intelligent, wealthy, sophisticated people let him do it. For 30 years. The answer is uncomfortable, because it implicates everyone who handed him a credit card, a penthouse, or a wire transfer. Gignac did not exploit stupidity. He exploited ambition. Every banker, every developer, every investor who gave him money did so because they wanted something. Access to Saudi oil money, a relationship with the royal family, an edge over their competitors. Gignac gave them the illusion of all three, and their desire to believe was stronger than their need to verify. Psychologists call this motivated reasoning, the tendency to accept information as true when it aligns with what we want to be true. Gignac was a master of motivated reasoning. He didn't just lie to people. He told them the lie they were already hoping someone would tell them. There is also a systemic failure at the center of this case. American Express issued a $200 million credit card based on a phone call. Wall Street investors wired millions without verifying a single document. Luxury hotels, private jets, and diplomatic services were extended on the basis of appearance alone. The system Gignac exploited is not a broken system. It is the system working exactly as it was designed, for people who look, sound, and dress like power. He just wasn't one of them. And for 30 years, nobody looked closely enough to notice. Anthony Gignac is currently serving his sentence in federal prison. He didn't use weapons. He didn't use cyber attacks. He used America's obsession with wealth and status against itself. He proved that in a world that worships appearance, the most dangerous person in the room is the one who knows how to look the part. If this story kept you watching, hit that like button, subscribe to the Vault Ledger, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. The next case is already waiting.